Hi everyone, it's Paul from Alexandria Knife Sharpening. So one of my followers recently asked, Paul, would you show us what you use to create and make your videos in your shop? And I figured, hey, why not? I got no problem showing that. It's been a tough learning process for me with some of this. As I think I've mentioned to many of you before, I have a lot of experience with photography. I don't have a ton of experience with video. So the video game has been a whole new thing. I shoot my still photography with Sony cameras, which are really great for video. But for doing what I do here in the knife shop, I tried using my high-end Sony camera. And I have brought it in a few times when I've wanted to get really close shots for things. But the thing that has been most successful for me has been shooting on my iPhone. It has been the best way to get in close, not have the camera gear in the way. And one of the best things that I did, because one of the problems I had in the beginning, a lot of people would complain to me about the poor sound quality. And I agree, some of those first videos that I did, the sound quality was not ideal. And I tried different microphones and was trying different things. And unfortunately, microphones are one of those things that you really can't skimp on under certain circumstances. So a lot of the things I tried just were not good. The sound wasn't good. I'd be picking up too much noise. And keep in mind, this is very challenging to shoot in a shop. It's noisy. There's machinery, and I'm not sure if you can hear it out here, but I live like not far from a pretty well-traveled road. I got cars going up and down all the time. So I tried different things. I tried some different wireless mics, and they didn't work out great. They were picking up noise and interference from the machinery. But the one thing I came across, which was really great, was this microphone by Shure. It's an MV88, and it will plug into your iPhone, and wow, has my sound and quality improved drastically with that. And it's a really cool microphone, so I can change the direction. It can be plugged in either direction, so it can, if I'm recording myself, I can have it pointing at me. If I'm recording, something going on in front of the camera, I can unplug this and turn it around so that it's pointing forward. It doesn't matter which way it plugs into the lightning port on my iPhone. If I take off the windscreen here, I'll show you. The condenser mic here can turn. And so there's the left side and right side. But if I wanted it to be up and down, I can turn that and have that in either direction. And let me show you on the software here for the MV88. It's got a whole bunch of options, which are really cool. So this particular one can record from the front and the sides, but I have all these options for how I want it to record. So if I didn't want it to record from the front and only the side microphones, I can set it up to do that. I can set it up for bi-directional. Mono choroid is like a speaker. So it'd be just in the front, and you can actually change the angle to what it's picking up that sound for. And Shures are really good microphones. This is not an inexpensive microphone, but if you're gonna do videos, I will tell you, it's worth the expense. If you already have an iPhone, iPhones are fantastic. You can really shoot some amazing stuff on the iPhone, but don't skimp on the microphone. I tried a noise canceling microphone that was like $25, these little tiny ones that also plugged in here, and they just didn't sound good. The quality wasn't great, but the worst part was when I got close to the machinery, they would cut out almost completely, and I ruined a couple videos when I first tried those. Now, I do all of my video processing on a MacBook Pro that I keep in the shop, but I also use that for my laser engraver. And then up here is my other good microphone. And this is for doing like voiceovers and talking on the computer. And you can see it's got this is called a pop screen, which keeps you from, when you use words that have like P's and letters that pop real loud, it suppresses that so it sounds nicer. So this is what I use if I'm doing a voiceover on a video. I'll use this microphone. And this particular brand is a Samson USB mic that I have plugged in there. And let me show you a couple other things. So my one other thing I shoot on sometimes, which I really love, it's really cool, is this Osbot webcam. And this is a artificial intelligence webcam, and it can track me. So this will literally follow me around the room, and I can use hand gestures and it'll zoom in and zoom out. This Osbot has been really very, very cool. And it also has a remote control. So I can control where it's pointing to, and I can even have up to 3 memory spots on it. So sometimes I'll use the Osbot also to record, and I will usually have multiple things going. So when I'm editing the video, I can jump around to different angles and different stuff. And then the other thing I'm going to show you, I really like these holders for the iPhone. Now my MV88 came with one with this little setup like this, but you can also get these for a tripod. And a lot of times I'll have my phone over here on a tripod. And what's nice about this is I can change the configuration and turn this. So if I want to shoot, YouTube shorts have to be shot in long video style, like holding your phone up, and everything else gets shot in wide. And with this, I'm able to turn this and have the camera in the perspective that I want for whatever video I'm shooting. And then this is just a tripod that I have from my photography stuff. This is a really great tripod. This whole arm can go over if you have to shoot straight down. What is the make of this one? It is a VO. It says on it. Oh, it's a Vanguard. I'm sorry. Vanguard. Yeah, I really, really like this. Yeah, I guess it's a Vanguard VO3 Plus. But this is a really fantastic tripod. It's one of the few. I have a lot of cheapo tripods. It's one of the ones that I spent a pretty decent amount of money on. Not crazy, but I think it was. I've had this like a couple years. I'm going to guess it's around $175. I think I spent on that, and that's pretty much it. So that's the stuff that I use to shoot with. And then for editing my videos, I do all of my editing on iMovie. And that's what I'm familiar with. Now, there's lots of editing programs out there. And this is what I'll edit in when I edit something that I've shot. And it's very user-friendly. iMovie is I think it's perfect for YouTube stuff. You don't need like Final Cut Pro or anything super expensive. I would venture to bet a lot of YouTube creators are using iMovie because it really does just about everything you need it to do without getting too crazy. If you've ever seen Final Cut Pro, I mean that's more for like literally movie making. Like actual feature films you can make with Final Cut Pro. I don't need anything that sophisticated, so what I use is just iMovie, and I'm very happy with that. And the same program is also on my phone, so I can edit some of the stuff either on there, on my phone, just by going back and forth to those. So that is what I use for shooting my videos, and I hope that helps you out and gives you some other ideas. One other great tip I got from somebody not that long ago when I was having so many sound problems. Someone said to me, whenever you make your videos, listen to the sound with headphones on. So I do have AirPod Pro 2s, which are just awesome noise canceling headphones. So whenever I make videos now, when I play them back after editing, I do listen on my AirPod Pro 2s, because I think one of the mistakes I made a lot in the beginning was having the sound levels up way too high. And this gives you a good way of listening to it and making sure your sound levels are correct. And I'll just show you this real quick. So if you look down here on iMovie, this down here is your sound levels, this stuff below here. And you can control it by clicking on the volume control up here, and you can increase it. So if something's too quiet, and you'll see how it's going down and then going up. And when you see that yellow, that means you're getting a little too high. So you don't want to be like way up there in the yellow. And when I've made movies and videos in the past, I think I was like way too high, and it distorts the sound, and it just sounds terrible. So a good microphone, and then just making sure your volume is adjusted properly. A little teeny tiny touching into the yellow there is fine, but you don't want too much in the yellow. And you're gonna have to adjust that depending on the particular microphones that you're using. So like my Osbot, if I'm not real close to this, it's going to be kind of quiet. So I always have to bump up the volume on that. But the Shure MV88 is fantastic. This microphone is really just great. It's improved everything in my video quality immensely, especially when it comes to sound, and I've been really happy with it. And this is all being, as you can see, since I'm showing you it, I'm not even using it, but this is iPhone 13. I'm getting ready to get a new iPhone, but I've been really happy with the quality of shooting things on the iPhone. All right, so I hope that helps you out for those of you that are out there thinking about doing videos, whether it just be for your business or on YouTube. That's what I use, and that's what's been working out pretty well for me. As always, I will leave links in the video description on YouTube to the products that you saw here today, as well as in my store under the Foresharpeners section. These are affiliate links, so if you click on them and use them to purchase, I do get a small commission on them, and I thank you for that. It helps support for the channel and for me to keep things going here. And just a reminder, that's at no increased cost to you. It doesn't increase the price of the product whatsoever. Have a great day, everybody.